As you can see behind me, I've got this tiny little pump sprayer, but I've also got this nice little backpack sprayer. The thing is, I don't like either one of them. I got a pretty small, let's call it a main yard. My main yard is kind of small. It's about 2,500 square feet. Up the hill and in all directions is our property. But the main yard here, the yard that I spray, is pretty small. That big backpack sprayer just, I don't like it. The pump sprayer, that's just like a 1 or 2 liter pump sprayer. Pumps are just annoying, and it's hard to get even application when you're spraying anything down, really. So I was really wanting to get, there it is behind me, a 1 gallon battery backpack sprayer. I figured 1 gallon was pretty good for almost anything that I want to spray in my lawn, this, 2,500 square foot section. And I do like my battery powered equipment, so I went surfing Amazon looking to see what I could find. The problem here is most people get sprayers that are bigger. The backpack sprayers tend to be in the 4 gallon range. You can get battery powered, I don't want to call them pump sprayers, but they look like pump sprayers in the 2 gallon and up range. They don't go too much higher than that because you got to carry them, so they get pretty heavy. I do have a 2 gallon battery sprayer in the garage, which I've been using lately. The thing is, though, I wanted this one to work. It doesn't. Over on Amazon, and I'll throw a little thing up on the screen so you can see it, this is the Vivosun. The Vivosun 1 gallon battery sprayer. It looks really cool. Like, I really wish that that thing worked. I've featured that in the background kind of as a teaser in a couple of my other videos. I really wanted that to work because it looks really cool. It's got nice metal wand attachments and it's easy to carry. The problem is it just doesn't work very well. Little did I know when I bought that thing on Amazon, the Vivosun 1 gallon sprayer is actually basically a private label product that you can just buy cheap somewhere, probably overseas, and throw your own label on it, because I bought that in mid-August. It's currently mid-September and it's already unavailable on Amazon. And there is another brand called Ukoke, something like that, selling the exact same sprayer. It just looks different because of the coloring and the logo, but it is exactly the same. That one is currently for sale on Amazon, and it's about the same price, and it's got like the worst reviews of all time. When I bought that, there was like 4-star reviews on the Vivosun product page, but man, it's just terrible. The thing is, this product right here, I keep moving my head, I got to just turn here. This product, basically, it just doesn't want to pump fluid. That's it. That's all it comes down to. It just doesn't pump the fluid. And when it does pump the fluid, it doesn't pump it consistently. The whole point of the whole battery sprayer is that you get an even spray, like an even pump or an even spray pattern constantly the whole time you use it. And if it won't give you an even spray, then there's no point in spending the extra money to get a battery powered sprayer. There just isn't. You might as well just use one of these little things and just do your best to spray it as even as possible. This thing, when I want to use it, and I've used it 4 or 5 times, once was just out on the driveway over there to get a feel for it. If I want to turn it on, I literally have to pick the unit up higher than the wand. Like I have to pick it up so that the water wants to flow down with gravity. I mean, that's the problem, right? I mean, the motor or the battery powered motor on that thing is just not strong enough. Get the thing to prime and to actually start pumping fluids, you got to pick it up higher than the wand. And then as it's pumping, you can actually, with your ears, hear the difference in the motor. Sometimes it revs down, sometimes it revs up. And I don't know if rev is the right word, but I mean, you can just hear it in the motor. It gets stronger and then the flow's better. and then it gets weaker, and then the flow's weaker. Then as it gets down towards the bottom of the jug there, I didn't really think about this when I bought it, but it is wider than it is tall. Now, that's cool for just setting it down and walking away. It doesn't tip over or anything like that. But the motor has, you know, the little like suction tube that sticks down into the water, or whatever it is that you're spraying out onto your property, and it sucks it up. Well, if the base of it is wide, then it's going to be shallow almost all the time. And depending on where the little tube is, it might be trying to suck fluid up and not finding any, just because it's such a shallow, wide base. It really does need to be a tall, skinny base for these things to work properly, I think. And anyway, I am still technically in the return window on Amazon on that thing, and I might send it back. I might hold on to it just for the sake of, like, you know, making some more videos to compare and kind of show product flaw material here on the channel. I hope you subscribe and watch some of that. I've got tons of stuff on mowers and blowers, and now I'm working on material on these sprayers, because, you know, when you're tending to a lawn, you need all of those things. I might still send it back though, otherwise it's like a waste of like 80 to 90 bucks or whatever it was. Anyway, that's the Vivosun 1 gallon sprayer. I absolutely recommend you do not buy it. My guess is the Ukoke, which I don't own, which is basically the exact same thing, is probably going to be the same. The reviews on it are terrible. I still want a small one because I just don't like mixing up a big old huge like backpack sprayer to use on this small property. So a little bit later this month, I'm going to be picking up the 1 gallon, or maybe it's a 1.3, I can't remember. It's a small unit from Ryobi over at Home Depot. It's about the same style as that, so it's still that kind of short, wide base style. So I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work. The motor mechanism on the top is designed slightly differently, so I have a feeling it's going to work better. I'm going to pick it up. I'll test it and compare it to this. At some point in the near future, there will probably be a comparison video coming out on that. But I am also looking into other small battery-powered sprayers, because not everybody has a huge yard, and there's, I don't know if this is an accurate stat, but my guess is that the majority of people don't need a 4-gallon sprayer. I just don't think so. 1 to 2 gallon is probably enough for the vast majority of yards. There's tons of yards out here, you know, in every town that I've ever been to, that just have small, you know, 1/10 to 2/10 of an acre size yards. I mean, that's fine. A 1 gallon, 2 gallon sprayer is going to work fine for those, so long as it works properly. So anyway, hit the subscribe button and watch for some videos like that coming out. I'm also going to throw on a few tutorial videos onto how to use these sprayers for those of you who've never used them before. I know I used granular fertilizers for a long time before I got into liquids, but so long as you got a sprayer that works well, that they're pretty easy to use. Quite honestly, the liquid's easier to store in the garage anyway. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video. Thank you.